online tutoring versus in-person traditional tutoring. It's been more than 10 years now since online classes went massive. And now we're just at the right time to evaluate their benefits and how they compare to traditional tutoring. So we all know that online classes are the new technology, but how do we get a benefit from it? In this video, we're going to learn the three main benefits from online tutoring and the online modality in general. The first benefit is flexibility, right? That's a word everybody likes. Everybody wants everything to be flexible, okay? And that's a huge benefit, right? That's what allows, for example, a worker who is a constant traveler who travels to make ends meet, right? To be able to have a preparation that is intense and that has the right frequency, right? Because now he or she is able to go to any place in the world and from their hotel just log into their computer and have their classes, take their classes with their tutors, right? In that way, they're gonna have the right frequency, they're gonna have the right rhythm of program, right? Otherwise, if there would be no internet, they would just be enrolled in a traditional course, but they would be rescheduling and canceling classes so much that it would make the program inefficient. Flexibility also helps people who are very busy at work, right? Let's say you have a person who's working most of the time, but they do have a 1 hour lunch break, right? They could put those times, those dead times, into production, into something productive, okay? For example, in that hour, they wouldn't be able to go to the preparation center, take a class, and then come back. That would be impossible. But what is possible though, what is really possible is for them just to, in that hour, to log into their computers, take a class with their tutors, right? Take a tutoring session and just turn their computers off and they're right at work, right? Because they don't have to go anywhere, they don't have to move anywhere. So flexibility actually helps them in putting those dead times into something productive. The second benefits of online courses and on the online modality would be one of the most essential benefits. It's huge. You're going to be able to finish your preparation in less time. So you're going to maximize your time. Why? Because if you count all those times, all those hours you put into transportation alone when you are taking a traditional course, right? Moving and going back and forth to the preparation center and back to work or back to your house, it's huge, it's crazy. All right, let's say you're preparing for the GMAT. You're gonna take anywhere from 50 to 100 classes, all right? And let's say you take 20 minutes to go to the preparation center and 20 minutes to come back. 40 minutes per class. If you add them all up, it's almost 48 hours, 2 full days you spend on transportation alone, just moving from one place to the other. Who wants that? Who wants to spend their time riding the bus or just sitting in the car in traffic, right? Smelling smog. That makes no sense. Instead, you take online courses, online tutoring, for example, and put those 48 hours of transportation into something productive, into having classes, into studying more. You're going to have a smoother preparation and also you are going to finish your preparation in less time. Okay, so if you are a person who has very little spare time and you want to put that little time that you have into something productive, online classes are the way to go. And the third benefit is something even more astonishing. Let's think about what happened before we had the internet. All right, let's say you wanted to get a lawyer, you wanted to get the services of an engineer, of somebody, right? Some services. You were restricted, you were limited to those people, those professionals that lived around you, from your neighborhood, from your block, from your city, whatever. Now, I want you to think about something though. What are the chances that the best tutors, that the best preparation centers live near you? To be honest, the chances are very, very slim, very little, okay? Most likely the best tutors are somewhere else, all right? Depending on where you live, of course, if you live in Manhattan or you live in San Francisco, maybe you live around and you have access to those tutors that are really good and the preparation centers, right? But most other people, though, that live somewhere else in the world, they were at a disadvantage before. Now, with the internet, what happens? You can take classes with tutors and prep centers from anywhere in the world and get access to that international quality. So you have access now to a higher quality thanks to the online courses. That's not only huge, but that's also fair. Why? Because that evens up the play field. So just think about it, right? Let's say back in the day you wanted to apply to a certain school, right, college, and there was another person in some other part of the world that also was doing the same, right? He was applying to the same school as you were applying. And you guys had the same background, similar characteristics, but that person, they had a better access, or they had more access to a better quality of preparation. So that person would end up having a better score in the exam, and that would be an advantage over you, right? Because that person would have a better score, and most likely he or she would have been chosen over you. But now with the internet and with online classes, you have access to the same quality of preparation as anybody else in the world, no matter where you live. And now let me close this video by saying that we gotta be totally honest, alright? It's true that a lot of people over the last years have had bad experiences with online courses. That's true, that's a fact. We have to understand a couple things here. First of all, we have to understand that online courses, the whole internet, is a new technology. Unlike any new technology, it is still being perfected. It's not totally completed. So this being a new technology, like any old technology, has a learning curve, right? Learning curve for both parties, for the student, the person taking the classes, and also for the tutors, the person giving the classes. Just like the car, right? Back in the day when we moved from the carriage to the car, if you didn't know how to drive a new vehicle, a motor vehicle, then you were gonna have a bad time, right? Not as much with the internet, okay? It's still a learning curve, but of course, if you don't know how to handle, how to manage this new technology, you are not going to get the best experience possible. For students, what I would recommend is that they need to keep their expectations realistic. All right, there are a lot of people who think that online courses are like a magic wand and that they could put little effort, they could put little commitment and still get the results, and that's nonsense, okay? Online classes take the same effort, the same commitment as any other in-person traditional class. So you need to be committed. And I say this because in my experience, there have been a lot of people who think that they can take an online class in any way. Now, some people think that they can take an online class while they're at a party or while they are having a good time on the beach. Okay, that makes no sense. All right, of course, in order to have a good class, to get the benefits from the class, you need to be in the right context, which means isolated, no distractions, headphones, totally focused on your tutor, right? On the class. The next recommendation for you who are looking to get the benefits from this new technology, you have to make sure that you get the service from people who are experts and who are experienced, especially with this technology, all right? This is a new technology. Not every tutor has made the transition, right? Not every tutor is ready or has the skill set necessary to provide online courses, okay? You need a different skill set as a tutor to give an online class. So just choose somebody who's experienced in online classes and not somebody who's going to improvise along the way. So if you follow my advice, you're going to get the best possible experience from online classes and also the full benefits from this new technology, which, as we saw before, are huge.